my fine friends on the internet. Today, we're going to talk about consulting money, how to make money as a consultant. And the first place I'm going to start is with myself. I'm just going to, well, that's not working. That's funny. Oh, well, that's not going to work. We're just going to go to some else. We'll just move that and we'll just do that. This is what I make per hour as a consultant. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you how I got there and what you need to do to get there too. I think that's pretty cool. Seriously, that is where I'm at. And I need a bigger desk. There we go. Hey, this is Glendon Cameron, founder of hustlerskungfu.com. If you want to launch a business or start building wealth through entrepreneurship, you're in the right place. You should be sure to subscribe not only to the channel, but also to my email list. Yes, it's an email list. It's nothing funny. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to tell you something that it's not. And you can get yourself together on some good deals and notification on live streams, except not this one because this was spur of the moment. And I am playing around because I plan on having some fun tonight, like a lot of fun. So just hold on as I get straight because it's been a long day. So this whole thing started because people, oh, that's funny. Now it works, bastard. People are saying, hey, I got a lot of emails because, you know, we're doing this Fat Cat Secret Hustle Camp. We're doing all this stuff. And a lot of people's like, hey, you know, I really don't want that, but how much do you charge for consulting? I don't really put it out there because typically people find me and it's like, hey, Glendon, I want to do some consulting. And I'll just send them my number and they pay it. That's how it goes. So it's $2,500 per hour. It used to be $35 per hour, like 9 years ago. Now, how can you get to that level? I'm going to explain to you what I did to get to the point where I could command that kind of money. Now, if you want to do some consulting, it's $2,500. I'll put a link below, and after you pay, you can get on the schedule with my assistant. Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was a business person. Every day, 10 hours, 12 hours, 7 days a week, in many cases, I was going out there and I was working. And while I was working, I developed these skill sets. Ooh, I know, right? There are many people on the internet that will have you believe that you don't actually have to go through that process of developing your skill sets. Just hack your way or fake it till you make it. Well, I had 10 years. Now I have 17 years of verifiable business experience that helps me see blind spots and deficiencies. And this is what I pay for. Now, for those of you who are going like, that's too much money. For you, it may be. I'm not even going to throw hate. But how much is it worth to you if someone can come in and cut your learning curve or teach you how to ask questions you don't know how to ask, or teach you how to build a business you don't know how to build, teach you how to talk to suppliers, teach you how to talk to banks, teach you how to order stuff, teach you how to hire employees. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I do. I don't just do this one thing. And I don't really get on the phone with a lot of people because from my business standpoint, it's just not as profitable as it is doing long-term consulting with bigger clients. You know, I get 50,000 a month up to 100,000 a month. And this isn't not like, you know, I'm on the phone talking with them for an hour. No. Sometimes I work 7 days a week. Sometimes I'll take a team member and move them over here to do this. There's a lot of pieces. I have 2 offices that I rent. You know, I'm in the basement right now. So there's a lot of expenses. This isn't like all my money and I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I should be real with you on that because so many people put out here that you can make 100,000 a month, 200,000 a month, $1 million a month, and really not work that hard. That is becoming epidemic, and it's creating a lot of hustle porn. It's creating a lot of bad expectations. So let's go with the first stage. I got the experience running my own business. I know that sounds long. I know that sounds hard. And I know it sounds arduous, but it's what you need to do. Someone was in the comments the other day and I was like, hey, go out and run that business, start that business, right? I didn't hear nothing. I mean, let's do it like this. Would you spend your money on someone that went to a 2-hour webinar that learned how to be a social media marketer? You knew this up front and they had no experience. They had nothing really popping on their social media accounts. Would you hire this person? No, you wouldn't. So why do you want to become this person? I don't get that. I don't get that. So the best thing, step number one, is become very good in your craft. Become very good at what you do. So good that people seek you out and hire you. I was sought out as a consultant. I'm still am. Like, you go to the website, you don't see anything about consultant. I'm actually going to put that up there to let people know, because I received more questions about that this morning. It's like, hey, will you sell my LLC? And you know, many people charge $600 up to $25,000 or more to set up LLCs and corporations and stuff. But once again, business consulting, business development, doing what I'm doing, I make way more money. So why would I make less money because people are demanding it when I can make more money because people are demanding it? If you catch what I just said there. So that's the thing. So if you want to be a consultant, become really, really good at what you do and do it for yourself. Because here's the thing, that if you hack your way into consulting, if you just kind of fake it till you make it into consulting, you're going to run into problems you cannot solve because your experience level is about that deep. It's really shallow. You want your experience level to be like deepest to Pacific. You want to encounter so many things. Because this thing with banking, I just did the first section of Fat Cat Secrets, because as I was putting it together and I was having this conversation with Patty, I was just like, there are people who want this, but they're not prepared for it. And once again, if you're not part of the solution, you are the problem. I am not going to have people unprepared who go through my courses. I'm not going to have people who don't know what stuff. Like I did some very foundational stuff in the first section because you need it. And I don't hear people talking about this stuff. And I'm just like, that's very, very, very important, right? And as consulting, everyone doesn't have the temperament to be a consultant. It is not easy. It's often service work, it's client work. You're an employee. When I consult, I'm a highly paid employee, but I'm still an employee. And I'll put that out there. Many people are like, okay, because the thing is, if you're serving your clients well, you're going to be available in off business hours. That 9 to 5 thing is just not going to work, especially when you're dealing with large businesses or fast growing businesses. That's just not, that's not going to work. So there's that aspect. You don't really have your free time because, you know, I traded my time for money. That's what I'm doing. Trading time for money. And there's a lot more value and there's a lot more upside to it. So if you want to be a consultant, get good. Second thing is you need to learn how to sell you. You got to learn how to sell you. Who are you? What can you do? And another thing, if you get your experience level from a shallow pool, when the haters come, and the haters are going to come, you're not going to have a lot of ammunition for them, because one of the things I get all the time is, I've been watching you for years and I don't know what you do. You clearly have not been watching me for years. And I will say, look, Google is your friend. You can Google me and find out a lot of stuff that I've done. Pretty easy. But typically the channel or your business is going to bring certain kind of people who have given up life, who've given up hope, who think certain things are not possible. They think that anyone who's doing these things is literally full of shit because they can't do it. I've had people like on the $100,000 credit limit saying, no, this will not work. Banks will cut your limit. Here's a little tip for you. If the bank has cut your limit, you've reached your exposure limit. And your exposure limit is not just with that bank. Let's say this bank, based on your income, gives you an exposure limit of $80,000. That's all the limits you can get across their products, right? Well, what if you go out and get 165,000 total in open credit lines and you don't have the income to justify it? They're going to do what's called a cram down. They're going to cut your limits. And that's usually why they cut it. Like if your income and ability to replay, like you got $350,000 for open credit limits and there's like nothing on it and your utilization is very low, they're not going to really mess with your credit limits. You know, now the recession was a whole different thing because a lot of people got cram downs, but the reality is most folks will be fine. So another thing is you're going to have to become somewhat of a cheerleader, mentor, and therapist, because when you're dealing with other business owners, it's very lonely. They can't talk to their family. They can't talk to their husband or girlfriend, a boo, or they can't. These folks don't understand. They love and support them, but they don't understand this business life. So that's another thing you have to do. And another thing is I see the thing of, what is it, big ticket selling, where you get people to pay you $3,000, $5,000, $15,000 for a product and work maybe a week or 6 weeks or something like that. I work much harder than that. Now, that stuff can work and it can provide value, but here's why I like long-term relationships. Let's say you got a client, and we're talking about you, and they're paying you $5,000 a month, and you're working every month. You got like a year commitment. That's 60 grand. You get yourself 10 more clients. That's 600,000 a year. And because part of the thing is with starting a business is you're always prospecting. Like this YouTube channel, it's content marketing. I'm always prospecting for new clients. I'm always prospecting for new customers. This is what I do. You're going to have to do that too. Or you're going to have to spend a ton of money in ads. You're going to either do content marketing, get your traffic organically, or you're going to spend money on ads. So you got to do that as well as consult. So there's a lot of moving pieces here. And I'm just putting that out there because I am not going to be here that long. I got stuff to do tonight. But yeah, that's the price. That's how I got there. That's how you can get there if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to educate yourself and become really, really good somewhere on some things. Now, I could make a living doing LLCs and stuff, but here's the thing. I would have to stop what I'm doing, which makes money, to content market for 6 months to a year to start drawing the proper kind of traffic. So I got to let money go to work for 6 months to a year to do something that don't make any sense when I'm already making money. If I was making no money, okay, that would make sense. But just to abandon something that's making money to go chase after something that will make money later, that's just not what I'm going to do. So I'm going to the chat room real quick. What's up, Lord Washington? Lord Vance Washington. What's going on? What's up, Monica? What's up, Leonard? What's up, Sam? Roll Tide. What's up, Archangel? What's up, Rick? Spacey Donkey. What's going on? That's funny. Creative people are never really unemployed. True. What's up, Michael Lagon? 18 lucky. I'm seeing all kinds of new people in here. You got to grind and grind some more. True, true, true. What's up, Diana Thompson? Hustler porn is all the rage. Dante, G-Man, I have a job tomorrow. How much should I charge to have pavers removed? Can't really go into that because then I got to ask you questions and we get into consulting, which is really a good question, Dante. One of the things I do with this stream is I stay on point. I don't go into these tangents. And that's another reason. Hold on a second. Let me do this real quick. I think I've got the power to do this because I get a lot of people who will ask me questions like that. And those questions are what I call 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 10, and 12 part questions. So once we start talking, I'm consulting, but let's see what, there's no price put in place. There's no contract. There's no understanding. All of a sudden, I'm working real hard to help you out on your problem. And there's nothing going on. So I'm like working, but I'm not making any money because I did not provide the proper framework for, let's see, what I wanted to happen. All right, let's do that. So for all of you who do this, because this is kind of up there. All right, I'm going to do this several times. If you have a question or you need something additional, Patty at bschoolforhustlers.com, or you can text or call her and she'll answer and she'll get back to you. That's her job. It's to the point I can't handle it. I forwarded Patty 5 or 6 things in the last hour. I'm not sure. And there'll be some more stuff that'll come tonight. Okay. I know the hustler porn has you guys sprung that, you can do all the Facebook, you can do the Instagram, you can create the content, you create the sales, and you can answer each and every email, right? That's unsustainable. And we're going to start ramping up. And what happened during the storage auction phase of my YouTube career is starting to happen again. At one point, I was getting like 500 emails a day. There was just no way I could keep up. And that's one of the reasons I started creating courses and stuff. But if you have a question about anything, that's where you get your help with Patty, B School for Hustlers Help Desk. We will help you. She'll give you answers. If some she doesn't know, she'll get to me, and then we will hook you up. I say this with the utmost respect. Hey, I appreciate you having love for me, but I'm probably not going to answer your Facebook DMs. I'm probably not going to answer your Instagram DMs. I'm probably not going to answer your YouTube communications, because literally, if I started doing that, I can spend 8 to 12 hours a day answering questions. Good for the people with their questions, not really good for my business and employees, because we would go out of business because I am not doing the things that make the money, which is taking action. So once again, if you got a question or about anything or any course, this is who you talk to. And you'll see me do that over and over again, because as I was talking to Patty about it today, I was like, it's going to take 16 to 30, maybe 40 data points or touches for people to actually get that. What's up, DJ Quinn? Let's see. Trade time for money. That's what I do. 9 to 5 doesn't exist. Let's see what's in here. Let me go back. Good grind. They do not teach it in school. Either used to be home economics. What's up, Carlton? Good evening, Sade. Lord Vance, I'm glad you saw my custom comment. Sure thing. Tiger Shark Studios. What's up? This is interesting. Dante, Gary Vee gave the same exact example for Facebook ads yesterday. To be prominent, you may have to spend 500 to 1,000 a month just to be seen. Yeah, there's so much noise out here that it is very hard to be discovered doing free stuff on Facebook unless you're just extremely talented. Vaz to Vaz. What's up? That's a cool name. Let's see. What's up, Marquise? What's up, Ms. Mac? Glad I got my products ready. M Dollar Business. Thank you for the time. Great content. Appreciate you too. What's up, Sebastian? Outside consultant salaries online. You can find that on Google. Like, yeah, see, that's another thing too. I'm not the traditional consultant, and that's something else that I had to take into account. I'm working on a project. I'm literally building a company from scratch for a client. Now, once this thing is built, which could take 2 to 3 years, this company can make millions of dollars. I'm not making millions, so the value is just like crazy high. And I do it because I like building businesses, and that's just not something I would do on my own. There's like that project, another project, plus some stuff kicks off tomorrow. What's up, Stars Unlimited? No, we're not talking about that, Lord Vance. Like, for those of you who want the LLC stuff, join Hustle Camp. I am going deep. I am going to explain stuff that no one else online talks about. I actually put up the first step today, which, because a lot of people probably hit Patty up tomorrow, but I'm going to take you through the process that I know works. Hustler porn is invading. Wait. Hustler points invading my YouTube ads upon ads. Hey, you gotta create a business. You gotta develop some skill sets. Archangel 3579. Let's see what's going on. What's up? What's up? Hope good. 1982. Jay Will. Hey, bro, just found the channel and love the info. Keep it coming. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. John Frassis, I want to say thanks to you and Patty for understanding what I was saying earlier. No problem. And, I'll talk to that. Like, give you an idea of what's happening when I was doing the customer service. You have to research, you have to look up stuff. Literally, it can take you 30 minutes to deal with one customer service situation. There's only so many hours in a day. Like if I had 6 customer service situations, that's 3 hours just on that, nothing else. So customer service, we'll be talking about that a lot. So, all right. Like I said, I am not going to be here too long. Just kind to put up some perspective, give some people some information on how that they can, that's funny, this works now, get started on the path. And just to let you know, I'm not ignoring you. It's just, it ain't profitable to talk to you. I know people don't want to hear that because, we're all equal and everybody deserves to be heard. I'm in a situation where I have to make some choices. Every day I have to make some choices. Like, do I do this or do I do that? And they're all important. So when it comes, like, I took the Facebook app off my phone because it was such a distraction. I'm on Facebook 30 minutes to an hour a day, if that. And not even on the weekends, really. That's how deep it's gotten. So that's one of the things. So for those of you who want to know what's going on, stay in the know, go below the video. Be sure to get on that email list. It is an email list. I'm not going to say it's something, not something it isn't. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. So with that, I'm about to bounce. I will be back later. And some crazy training is about to drop off. So with that, catch you guys later.